Alright guys, I know you've been waiting on me to make another video on this car, especially on how to get all these scratches out of the paint. So, in pictures and in video it looks a lot better than it is. I've just pulled this off the car, so it's dirty, but I just want to show you guys, this is what happens when you let a dog live on your car. I don't understand it, but anyway, so here's the thing. This is a clear base type paint job, and I can't feel very many. There's a couple I can feel, the really deep ones, but most of this stuff I can't feel. So what I'm gonna do to start this off is I'm gonna go ahead and use my brand new Orbital Buffer from Meguiar's, which was expensive, but I'll show you why I like it. So the reason why I like this buffer is because it's an off-center buffer. It's orbital, so what it does is it doesn't turn in a perfect circle. It kind of wobbles back and forth. It makes it a lot harder to ruin your paint, and a novice like me can buff up the paint. So I'm going to go ahead and get this clean. I'm going to clay bar it, and then I'm going to hit it with, I'll show you what I'm going to hit it with. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit it with this this rubbing compound that does heavy scratches. Then I'm going to use a different pad, and I'm hit it with this fine cut. And then I'm going to use this at the end, the cleaner wax. And hopefully between these 3 and 2 different pads, we can get, you know, a decent non-scratch surface. I don't think I'll get all the scratches out, but I'll get some. Here's the first result of the 3-stage buffing party that we had on the top. So as you can see, I don't know if you can see this, but from the naked eye you can see the scratches are actually still there. The thing is, I rub my finger down it and I can still hear it. So I don't know if I'm pressing hard enough on the buffer, if I need to, you know, press a little bit harder. I'm not sure. Here's the passenger side, which I haven't done yet. And see, maybe you can see the scratches a little bit better. So yeah, okay, you look at the reflection of the Suburban. You can see them all on the top I've already done. So I'm not sure if it's any better. I mean, I feel like it's less cloudy, right? It's less dirty, but I don't know if it's less scratched. I'm thinking maybe the top, the hood and the tops might have to be repainted. I think I can get the scratches out of the rest of the car. But I mean, it's definitely improved. You know, if I had a car that just had some cloudy paint, this buffer would do really, really well. Getting those scratches out might be a whole different story. So after that last clip, I'm sure you guys were all thinking, yeah, right, he's never going to get those scratches out with that buffer. Well, you're right, I didn't. So what we're going to try today is we're going to do a little bit of wet sanding. So basically the premise is the scratches are deep into the clear that just compound's not going to get them out. So we need to level out the clear coat with sandpaper and water. We're going to start today on a T-top and see how that goes, because we already did, so we have a base, and then we'll go from there. The way I see it with this paint correction is, yeah, I can mess up the paint, but there's so many scratches in it anyway, it's not like it's going to be any worse, so it can only improve, right? So shout out to another YouTuber, which all of you have heard of, is Chris Fix. He has a huge YouTube channel. In one of the videos, he shows how to remove scratches out of paint. And believe it or not, most of the scratches in this paint are just in the clear coat. So I'm hoping to get most of them out. So I have the soapy water, as he says. I'm probably going to start with 1500 grit sandpaper just because mine are pretty hardcore. And then I got my 3000, and then I have 5000. I still have to go get it. But I'm going to start by cleaning it off really, really well with soapy water. And then from there, we're going to go ahead and sand it out. I'm going to start with this panel. If I can get a good result with this panel, then I will move on to the rest of the car. The car has been dirty from sitting, so I have to get some soapy water, and I have to clean up. This is dish soap, so take off all the wax and all that kind of stuff that I have on it. See, pretty, not too bad. But I need to get it all clean so I can get the best result. So here's our baseline. It looks really good on the camera and really good in pictures, but let me see if I can't show you guys. You see all those scratches? Look at the dark part of the house. See all those scratches, especially like right here? See if we can't get those out. We'll start with 1500 grit. And we're going to go in an X pattern. In fact, we might even go in a circle pattern. I finished the 1500 grit and I did one pass with the 3000 grit. I'm going to dry this off. Take a look at what it looks like. There are scratches on here which I know I will not be able to get out just because they're too deep. You can see white lines in them. So what I want is a consistent dull color, and I want to see no scratches, or at least very faint ones. Hopefully the wax will kind of take care of it. You can still see the scratches. I'm hoping once wax and all that kind of stuff are on them, it'll be a lot less noticeable. I'm going to do 3000 grit for a couple more passes, then move on to the 5000. This is as good as it's going to get. You can still faintly see the scratches, but this is after I've done all the sandpapering. Again, the naked eye is better than a camera. I'm going to polish this with the 3-stage polish, and I will show you the end result. We'll put it next to the other T-top, which I've only polished. See if it makes any difference. I'm hoping that the polish and the wax and all that kind of stuff will kind of hide what's left, but it's a lot better than it used to be. I'm happy with the 3 parts sandpaper because you can't really see the sanding marks much, and I'm sure those will go away when I polish it up. Here is the final result. Again, you can see more in person. So here's the top that I shined. You can still see there are some scratch marks. But if we go around to the other side, you can see that on this side there's quite a bit more. I did get a lot out. So the buffing did actually do something, or the wet sanding really did something to the car. What I need to do now is obviously polish this other top, polish this back ridge right here. There's a couple places on the quarters that I could polish. Same goes with the doors. And then I've done a little bit of polishing on the top of the car and the hood and all that kind of stuff, but I really need to go over it again in order to get it perfect. When I was doing it, I didn't have the 5000 grit, and that's what makes the difference. So yeah, there it is. It will eventually all shine up to this level. It's definitely driver quality. It's definitely not show quality at all, but it's better than nothing. Here is the final result. Like I said, it looks beautiful on camera. There's still some scratches. Kind of see them. Anyway, but this is the last video I'll make on this car, just because at this point it's ready to sell. I gotta work on that one. That one needs a lot more. But I'm gonna be putting it on the Dallas Craigslist probably today or within the next few days. So if you're interested, it will be for sale. But it's come a long way. When I first drug it home, it didn't do anything, and now it has driver's quality paint job. It runs, it drives, it stops. The interior is decent, and the cooling system and brake system are all redone, so somebody can make a really nice daily driver out of it. There's another shot of the inside. Not perfect, but definitely driver quality. So whoever owns this car next, they can probably get it professionally buffed instead of just me, playing around with the buffer and sandpaper. They can get new windshield on it. They can, you know, put new emblems, you know, little stuff like that. They can do all that kind of stuff and take the car to the next level. But yep, here it is. So today I'm gonna go drive it and take pictures of it, so that way I can get it sold and I can focus on that car.